So, yeah, last episode was a bit of a shock because I can't help but just think to myself, damn, that was epic, but also kind of sad. And now here we are at the end of the line. This is it. This is the last episode of this series of Castlevania. And I gotta say, the title of this, it pretty much puts it all in perspective. It's been a strange ride. Yes, it has been, but it's been a strange and wonderful ride.
I adore this show. I mean, this is going to be on my list of favorite shows forever.
It's a great one.
Like, literally top 3.
And here's the thing. I remember when we suggested this show to you, you didn't know if you were going to like it
I was kind of like, I don't know about that.
And now here we are. Season 4. Yeah, I knew it. I accidentally hit stop on record on this episode. Or on... I only went a minute and 10 seconds before I accidentally hit the space bar, and then it stopped recording.
But is the last episode there?
Oh yeah, everything's still there.
Okay.
All the previous 4 episodes that we've watched so far today. But this, yeah, I'm...
So this is edited weird, is what you're saying?
It's going to be... I'm going to have to mash it together and then upload it back to the drive in order for it to work all the way. So, yeah. I'm excited to see how this is going to end, but I'm also kind of... I don't know.
Let's just see what happens.
Go. Yeah. Let's just go.
Make sure you're recording.
We're recording. We are recording.
This isn't what I want to see.
You know, shaking it's not going to make more come out miraculously.
The vampire's virtue, bloody hell. There's an act of philosophical acrobatics for the ages.
Oh, shush with your...
I swear if I was watching this by myself, I would be skipping right now. That 10-second skip thing.
We have to take a longer view. So we want stability.
And you're saying you had that?
Therefore, having been shown what I am, having found that I have been living a lie, here I sit. No, he's just going to keep me in a cage. I'm not going to sit in a cage, Hector. Not even with you. I'm sorry for everything you went through.
No.
Lenore, don't.
Hector, it's fine. It's what I want to do. Hector, you are a silly man.
Part of you does feel for her. You know, she's...
Yeah. I mean, I can't believe he just let her do that, but...
I can, because I think he wasn't willing to control her. He didn't want that. I'm sure he's upset about her making that decision, but at the same time, it's just, I don't know. The Belmont family hold. They rebuilding it? Opening the world to the secrets.
Yeah.
Of the science and everything.
So what do you think about my plan?
It was my plan.
You just think it was your plan.
It was my plan.
I let you think it was your plan.
I told you my plan.
You just think you did. Don't think I haven't noticed you playing with the orphan kids. And don't think I don't know. Some of them have been calling you father.
I don't
Daddy
want to disappoint
Alucard.
by saying anything.
Stop it.
Very human of you. I think I might like you.
Oh.
Well, that's what. Ew. That's what his dad said to his mom.
Alucard, she's up.
Hello. Can you spare a horse?
Possibly. What for?
I am going to do what Trevor and I originally planned to do. Rejoin my caravan.
You know you are very welcome here.
Thank you. But I am also very definitely pregnant.
Oh, congratulations.
Go on. Say it like the way you said it to Trevor when we arrived at the hold.
Should I not be congratulating?
Congratulations.
Well, I've heard worse impressions.
I should go.
You should stay.
That's very kind of you.
These people aren't going back to Dynasty. We're going to found a new village here, around the castle and the hold.
This place has resources I could never give my people in Dynasty. We could change everything here.
We're going to have schools, one of which will be all about the libraries of the castle and the hold.
And
That
I was
sounds
hoping
perfect.
you could help me teach this brilliant but actually fairly useless man how to live his life.
Don't set your hopes too high. She's good.
I know.
No.
We're in real trouble.
Stop it, Sypha.
What are you going to call the village? New Dynasty?
I thought we might call it Belmont.
Oh.
That should confuse everybody.
To be a part of something like that, a new community, to build it from the ground up would be something amazing.
My God, these people are bad at organization. And are you really going to walk buckets back and forth from the river all day? I thought you were a man of science. The lane's going to need widening over there too. Whose horse is that?
That's about typical. What? Huh? Huh?
Made me cry for nothing. Made me cry for nothing.
Holy shit!
I would fucking punch him in the face.
What?
She's probably gonna drop his ass.
Questions? You answer now.
He lit up like the sun.
We fell for the bait.
We did. Damn it. It got me.
I always tried not to fall for the bait.
I tried to as well. I try to be skeptical, but god dang it.
Well, I'll be damned.
We need some help over here right now.
You know what scared me the most?
What?
That you might end up calling the kid Trevor, after all.
How did you even know?
Please. This is me. How do you think I've managed to stay single and carefree all these years?
You asshole.
Can someone please come over here and kill this man?
It won't be hard.
You're a rude idiot, Trevor Belmont.
I know.
And I love you.
Aww.
I know.
I said this man needs help.
Make up your mind. Are we killing him?
Hello, Belmont. Now, what was that trick with the
We're gonna
dagger?
change the name of the town now.
Oh, look at What are all these people doing here?
Welcome to my village.
You have a village now. What's it called?
Treffy.
We're leaving.
Can someone please come over here and kill me?
I had to give him shit
You
somehow.
look weirdly happy.
I weirdly am.
It takes a long time to get a medic there.
There we go.
Are you all right?
I think so.
No way. Are they?
It looks like it is. It definitely is.
It is! They're alive!
Lisa and Vlad Tepesh.
I wonder how it's possible.
I can't be introducing you as Dracula Tepesh. Honestly, no relation. Don't look too closely at his teeth.
Or his
This
ears.
is what you really want to talk about.
I died. And you weren't there.
I know.
And you died.
I did.
And you came to find me.
Of course I did.
We can't return to the castle. Our poor boy deserves some closure in his life. Perhaps one day in the future.
But not yet. No. I think we should travel.
Where to?
I was thinking about England. There's a place on the northeast coast that is supposed to be beautiful. And they say the sun barely shines there.
Scotland.
Would be something like that.
Remote and lonely, I presume?
An abbey, men and women, and about 20 houses I've read. Sea views, fish.
Fish? How can I resist?
Oh, we don't get to see the kid?
I don't think so. Damn.
Nope.
Shit. I want more, damn it.
I mean, at least it ended well.
I know it ended well, but...
They tied up all the loose strings and everything.
Yeah. You can,
like
I can definitely tell, here's one thing, I could definitely tell the last 5 episodes of this season were a bit rushed in terms of everything that happened. And I think the main reason for that is because I think they wanted to do 5 seasons.
Yeah.
I think the thing with Trevor being gone, I think if he would have been gone for like 1 or 2 episodes, it would have set in more and been more effective, and they would have had more time to flesh it out.
Still mad I fell for it.
I am too, but still, he's alive. I mean,
I literally thought there's no way they fucking killed Trevor, but like
I didn't know either, because it's just like, well, if there was a way for him to go out, I mean, hell,
it seemed right, yeah.
Giving Death the finger and like stabbing him in the forehead with a
Trevor.
a holy knife that's extremely Trevor. That's the most Trevor thing I can think of for him. But I don't know. Yeah, I gotta wait for Chad to show up here, and then me and him record a few things. But we finished Castlevania Season 4. We did it. We fucking did it.
And only 2 recording sessions.
Well, I mean, we were both desperate to see what happened.
Oh, yeah.
I hope that whenever they decide to continue Castlevania, like, I know it's not going to be like a continuation of this storyline, but whenever they come back to Castlevania, I hope it deals with the upbringing of Trevor and Sypha's son.
That's what I was hoping for, yeah.
And the journey, how it basically goes is the training that he goes for under Sypha with the magic, and Alucard with swordplay and, knowing how to fight monsters and all that. And I think, if anything, he could have a companion, and it could be Alucard and Greta's child, which could be... I was going to say, if it was Trevor and Sypha had a son, and then Greta and Alucard had a daughter, I mean, they could go on an interesting... No, wasn't even going to go there. I was just going to say, what if they're training together, and then all of a sudden they have to go on a journey to save Trevor, who's been captured or something like that? Well,
they said that if they did do more, it wouldn't follow Trevor and Sypha and Alucard.
Well, no. It's not going to follow them.
Well, so I would assume they don't have a big role in it at all.
They would have to have at least some role. I mean, if anything, they'll skip forward X amount of time, and Trevor and Sypha are long dead, and Alucard's still... That's the thing with Alucard, though. He shows up in games that are set hundreds of years later. I mean, it's just like fucking New Dawn. New Dawn is... or Dawn of Sorrow, sorry. I keep saying New Dawn. Why? Dawn of Sorrow. Dawn of Sorrow is set more modern day, and one of the main characters... Well, you don't play as him, but he's one of the main characters, is Alucard.
Yeah.
And I honestly just love the idea that Alucard's always going to be in the background somewhere, and he may show up later. He may not show up at all. But there's always the thought that he could be there. Also, Castlevania, if Castlevania really wants to evolve, they need to take the Dark Souls route instead of doing the God of War route. Because that's the thing with Castlevania, where it's at right now and where it should be. Because
I mean, they're basically not doing any Castlevania right now.
Well, they did Lords of Shadow, which were interesting games, but they were trying too hard to be God of War instead of being their own thing.
I literally don't know anything about those. Like, I've never heard anyone talk about them.
It's because they are not as memorable as, say, Symphony of the Night or Circle of the Moon or Aria of Sorrow.
I would like to see Castlevania games, but I think at this point the best we're getting is Bloodstained.
Again,
and those aren't Castlevania. I'm not saying they are.
Well, again, with Igarashi doing what he's doing.
I mean, they're good, by the way. If you haven't played them,
no.
You should look into those if you haven't, because
I've played them a bit. And here's the thing: Igarashi's time with Konami has come and passed, has come and gone. But at the same time, the focus on gaming with Konami has basically come to a stop, a grinding halt. They have no interest in gaming anymore. They're actually talking about selling off all of their gaming properties just to make a profit. Because here's the interesting thing about Konami.
I hope they do and give it to someone that wants to use it.
Well, and here's the interesting thing about Konami. Yeah, here we go. Konami, the ones who oversee the Silent Hill, Castlevania, Contra, Metal Gear, Yu-Gi-Oh!, Suikoden, and all of them that... here's the thing. Their income has gone down significantly here recently because of the amount of just people
sitting on their asses and not doing anything.
Well, yeah, because Konami, they thought, oh, we're just going to make casino games from now on. Well, here's the thing about them making casino games: they last too damn long on the floors. They last too damn long on the floors, and it's like, okay, you've made enough casino games to fill up Las Vegas, Hong Kong, Macau, all these places that have legalized gambling. Now what?
Yeah, they really need to just go ahead and sell Castlevania and Silent Hill to somebody else that'll actually take care of them.
Well, if they're going to sell Castlevania to someone, you know who I would sell it to? I would sell it to FromSoft. the guys who do Dark Souls. I would love to see...
I'm not opposed. I do think that Castlevania... I don't know. I wouldn't... That would be straying pretty far from the original games.
Well, it would be, but it would be
And
an evolution that I think would be necessary.
I don't have a problem with that. If that's what happened, I would absolutely play them, and I think they could be done really well if they were done really well.
Well,
but if someone wanted to take them and kind of do the same feel again, I don't think anyone would not like that.
Well, there's talk of
because Bloodstained is pretty successful.
Well, Bloodstained is successful, yes, but again, it's Koji Igarashi doing what he does best: 2D side-scrolling Metroidvanias, which is exactly what.
Would you complain with more Castlevania games that are Metroidvanias, though?
I would not if they were done well, but here's the problem that they ran into for the longest time. They tried to reinvent the wheel so many times that eventually they just ran out of ideas. And eventually, the Castlevania games tried to go through an evolution and did Dawn of Sorrow. And Dawn of Sorrow was okay, but it was not the game that they wanted it to be.
Well, yeah, if they're going to continue like with what I'm talking about, they're going to need someone with a lot of passion and with a lot of creativity to bring it back
if anything,
to life.
If anything, I know Igarashi doesn't have the money to buy the Castlevania series himself.
Probably not.
But I will say, if a company does buy it, I would say it would be a company that it can do side-scrollers really good, but also has the ambition to take it into the 3D realm, which is why I would really love to see... I'd love to see FromSoft have their take on a Castlevania game, because 3D Castlevania... I'm
into it.
That's a dream that so many people have had for the longest time, and they tried it. They originally tried it on the N64. It didn't work. They tried it on PlayStation. It didn't work. And then they tried it with Dawn of Sorrow, and it worked. But it was... it's like, wow, this is a great God of War game that's using a Castlevania skin. Like, that... It suffered an identity crisis.
Yeah.
And that's the problem. You need to come up with a new way of doing it. Like me, I would do action RPG in some way.
I literally don't care what they do as long as it's good.
Again,
like, they could take your route, they could take my route, they could take neither and do something new that we didn't think about with it. I don't care. I would just like for it to be brought back to life and in a good way.
And again, you see right here, slot machines. Ever since 2015, it's been nothing but slot machines and mobile games. That's it.
Yeah, see, like...
Lords of Shadow, not Dawn of Shadow. Sorry. So, not Dawn of Sorrow. Lords
so
of Shadow.
it's okay. It's too late to correct yourself. The people that have already typed and corrected in the comments, they're already gone because they're mad at you.
Yeah, fuck all y'all.
But, I mean, and Silent Hill, I mean, that needs to go to somebody that'll... whoever buys that better know what they're doing.
Well, okay. There's talk that Microsoft is looking at buying Silent Hill and giving it to Platinum Games, who did the what's the name of it? Did the Evil Within series, which
I'll allow it. I don't like Microsoft. I'm not quiet about that. So like
that's fair.
But if they're gonna pass it along to someone else, I'm a little more open to it. But if you had just stopped at Microsoft, I'd be like, well, shit, it's dead. Like, I don't like Microsoft at all as far as business practice goes.
Well, and here's the thing: for the longest time, I agree with you. But then now Phil Spencer's taken over, and he's prioritizing, and he's like switching up priorities to focus on gamers and focus on like giving the people what they want.
And I hope they prove me wrong, but for a long time, Microsoft was more worried about money than they were worried about quality.
And that's the thing. I agree with that 100%.
And I think that what they did to Bungie was dirty.
I know. And Bungie paid for it, and Bungie's still paying for
yeah, and happened. You know what? Apparently Bungie just doesn't want my support because they really put my own foot in my mouth for me recently.
And then of course there's that as well.
I was
where
like,
Bungie
Activision is
shit all over themselves.
Activision was doing so bad to Destiny. They were making it all, really
pay to win.
Yeah,
like
well, not pay to win, but just a lot of microtransactions and everything. And I was like, once Activision gets their hands off of it, Bungie's really gonna take it and do better. And then look what they fucking turn around and do to me.
Yeah,
fucking can't believe it. But like, I fucking hate when good gaming companies get power hungry or like money hungry and let the passion go, because gaming is nothing without the passion and the creators.
This is true. This is very true.
It fucking
which again is why I emphasize like people who are super creative having control over certain. For instance, Dark Souls. Hidetaka Miyazaki is hands down one of my favorite video game creators. Him being turned loose with Castlevania, I would love to see. Because I saw what they were able to do with Sekiro, and I saw what they were able to do with Dark Souls. And if they're able to combine that in some way to allow you to play as Sypha, Trevor, Alucard, or any character that is enabled to use the abilities and make it fun... Oh my god!
I guess I'm afraid of a 3D Castlevania because I don't want it to be done incorrectly. There's a million different ways you could do it wrong. So
you ain't kidding about that. There's so many ways to fuck it
up.
But
when I think about gaming, I think of like creativity and like it's an art and like an expression and everything. And I hate when money gets a hold of that kind of thing. And I get that it has to happen. I'm not ignorant, but we saw what happened. As soon as someone loses for passion for something, it goes out the fucking window if you try to force it.
Well, yeah.
And that's what happened with Halo. I'm sorry.
Well, and money dictating the path. I understand money.
We all saw what happened to Game of Thrones.
Money is needed to make the projects move forward. I get that. But that doesn't mean you need to be predatory about it. Like so many other gaming companies are like out there. For me... If you tell me that I'm spending $500 on a system, well, I know Nick spent $500 on the PlayStation 5 over there. Yeah. $500 just straight up.
Uh-huh.
And then it's just like, oh, by the way, we have games here that are $70 a piece, and you're expecting me to spend all this money on this. One of my biggest successes is like in terms of like the game piercing through and making it work in spite of everyone saying, "Oh, this way of doing games is dead now. This way of doing games is dead, and we should stop." Was Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order. Have you seen anything about it?
I'm familiar with it because I believe that Kinsey was playing it at some point.
There it is. Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order. Game has sold over 10 million copies. There were executives out there who said it'll be lucky if it sells 3 million. It's not where it doesn't have multiplayer and it doesn't have microtransactions and shit like that. Yeah, it's not going to sell good. It's not going to sell good. 10 million copies later, and yeah,
no one likes microtransactions. I mean,
no, they don't. But you can't tell these executives that because none of them are gamers. None of them are gamers. That's my whole thing. Every single one of them is just, up their own ass, just pretending it's like, well, I have millions of dollars at my disposal. I know what gamers like. It's like microtransactions. People want to be better than everyone else, so let's give them a route where they can get better than everyone else real quick.
They can have cool things to show off.
Yeah, exactly. Versus, I don't know, let's actually create a healthy online environment for our gamers to indulge themselves in without feeling like they have to resort to forking over even more money, but instead it's simply, your passion for the game. That's just, for instance, you playing Destiny. I remember you loved the fuck out of Destiny.
I can't even touch it now.
Exactly. Because look what they've done. Look how they've massacred your child.
Well, it's not even that. It's like, I really want to play Destiny. I desperately would love to get back into it, get my light level up, and start raiding every week and finding a group that I can do that with. Like, that was a very therapeutic process for me every week to get with my buddies on PlayStation and play the raid. Mm-hmm. And I would love to have that kind of drive in me again. But I launched the game, and I go, okay, what do I need to do to get my light level up? my light level isn't high enough to do the next step I need to do. So what do I need to do? And then I'll play a couple rounds of Crucible or something. I don't get anything that ups my light. I'm just sitting there, and I look up, how do I get my light up? And it's like, do the mission. I'm like, too low for the mission. What am I supposed to fucking do? Like, and there's so many things when you launch that. You've got fucking 20 different missions to do.
Mm-hmm.
I don't fucking know where I am anymore.
Welcome to
I'm so overwhelmed that I just end up turning it off.
Yeah.
So
and that's the whole problem. You see, instead of letting Destiny do what it does and just let gamers play it to their heart's content, instead they feel like they have to literally scalp you for every penny.
Yeah,
that
they're doing seasons now. I don't know what, I can't follow that shit.
Look, I can understand the seasonal thing because it keeps people interested. Like Nick talked about that. Nick talks about that with Satisfactory and Sea of Thieves and what's the other fucking game that he was playing that just introduced seasons. But he does, like, the seasonal thing I can understand because, you know, you can get certain rewards if you play an X amount in the season, but it doesn't really impact anything fully story-wise. That's the one
I
thing.
guess I just don't see how it works for Destiny, if that makes sense. Like, that wasn't really what the vibe that I ever got from that game before. It's kind of going in a completely different direction than the game I liked before, I guess is what I'm trying to say.
That's fair.
But, I mean, I play Fortnite, and I'm not afraid to say that. I mean, you can hate on it all you want, but sometimes I launch it up and play a couple matches.
Hey,
it's fun.
If you like Fortnite, I'm never going to hate you for playing Fortnite.
Now,
me, I just never got into it as much as everyone else.
I think it's fun sometimes to launch it and do a couple matches and go on with my life. Like, I don't fucking live and breathe Fortnite. I don't give them $10 every week or anything, you know.
Good.
They're doing the
Thank you.
They're doing the subscription model now. It's like $12 a month. And you get like enough V-Bucks and plus the access to the battle pass and whatever. But I found out that I can just do it that 1 month and I get the battle pass for like 3 months and then I can just turn it off. So I give them like $10 every couple of months and I don't really buy anything else with them. So I don't feel bad about it, but I've not spent any fucking money on Destiny because it's like you get loot boxes or something.
Yeah, loot boxes that equate to you getting
it's like
nothing.
Yeah, you get basically nothing if you don't get the one thing you wanted. You don't even remember what you got out of them anymore. And I don't know. I'm not for it.
That's just fucking sad.
I understand that companies have to make money, but like, I would also, while I'm on this kick, Apex.
Oh no.
Your items are so fucking overpriced that I will never buy a skin from you unless you reevaluate. Because I'm all for buying skins. I mean, if I think a skin looks cool and it's like $5 or $10, I might buy it. I mean, why not? If I'm really enjoying your game, I love to support the creator. When I download an app on my phone that's free, and I really enjoy that little game that's keeping me busy for a couple weeks, I buy the no ad version for $3. It doesn't hurt me and it helps them. But like, their skins are legitimately like $30. It's fucking ridiculous. God. Their weapon skins are like $10 or $15. It's legitimately so bad that I turned off the game. I was like, I can't buy a skin in this. Like, I will never give them my money. They're more expensive than Fortnite. Anyway, I want to stop. I want to go get food.
Yeah, I need to eat as well. I'm hungry. I need to eat before Chad gets
And I
here.
can rant about this forever. So.
Oh, I know you could. That's one thing I would like to see you do, just like turn you loose on like Destiny shit.
When I went to Washington, my friends were like, oh, we should drink one night. And I'm like, get me really drunk and ask me what I would do if Nintendo made Ocarina of Time before they made Wind Waker for the Switch. Get me real drunk and ask me. Get me real drunk.
Okay. All right. Well, that's going to do it, everyone. Thank you very much for tuning in. This was Castlevania Season 4, Episode 10. The end of the road is finally here. Thank you all for tuning in. And I guess until next time, signing off, I'm Nate.
I'm Quinn.
We'll see you then. Peace out.